Intimacy is the title of a group exhibition of photography and new media that opened at the Space Art Gallery in Tel Aviv this week. In the exhibition, each of the artists present their interpretation of intimacy, creating a frame of the current reality for people today. We heard more from one of the curators of the exhibition, Dar Musafir.
The idea of the exhibition Intimacy is to really create like a picture made of pictures. So we have quite a few artists, about 10 photographers, which also work in new media. So we have photography, we have video art, and we also have things done with AI. So all of these use this word intimacy, which we really like to focus on, because you think of the word intimacy and it's so wide and general, but also each of us has his or her own idea of what intimacy is and what's intimate, what we find intimate. So it's very general, but it's also very, very personal. And we took a few artists that really have different approaches.
So the artists that you were working with, you were choosing their works based on their interpretation of this, or also how they bring that to view, their own techniques, their own artistic techniques?
Both. We try to have variety. So some can be more traditional, some can be more cutting edge. And also we like the idea that different people have different interpretations, people of different ages, of different genders. And, each of them really has their own unique interpretation to what intimacy is. Some took it to a more family kind of narrative. Some took it to observing strangers on the street, like Eitan Vitkron, which one of his works is like he took pictures of people sitting on benches on the street. So, and there's like an intimate moment of the people taking a break in the middle of the day. And you have works like Sarit Kochav Chaviv, which she tells the story of she had an illness, and she tells the story in a very mystical kind of way. And so really each person gives like a very unique perspective over this thing, over this issue.
Now, the term intimacy itself, you think it's a drawing in, it's a very perhaps private moment or a close moment between others, but there's also, in a sense, there's also the reverse or the negative of distance. Something that's intimate is also, to some degree, others are pushed away from that.
Yeah.
Does that sense come out in any of the works? Like for the person who will be, for visitors who will look at that, or in the works themselves, does that interplay, that tension come through in any of the pieces?
I think there is some kind of an exposure. So not in a sexual way. We really try to get away from that. But there's some kind of an exposure. Some of the works feel more personal, and you can really tell that it's a personal story. But I think that all of the artworks, they have this sense of healing. So they're not intimidating. They're not trying to scare you. They're not trying to, to show off anything. So there's we really tried to choose artworks that can connect to the audience as well.
And how did you choose the different artists? There's quite a number of them showing here. Was it based on a familiarity with their work, or tell us a bit about that process?
Some of the artists are already represented in the gallery. We have over 100 Israeli artists represented in this gallery, which is quite unique. It's a lot, and we like it that way, and we always try to expose more Israeli artists in various ways. So exhibition is one way. We also do many activities, gallery talks and lectures and stuff like that. And so we knew from the very beginning that it's going to be a group exhibition, that it's going to be about 10 artists at least. And most of them we already had a connection with. We already know their works. I'm the curator of this exhibition, but I'm also an art journalist. I work with Ynet. So that's also another way for me to personally know many of the artists working in Israel. So we really chose who we thought would be the best of the best and the people that we want to give a shot. So some of these people are more well-known and work in the field for many years, and some are relatively new. And it's really fun because, when you give people a variety like this, I think that there's something really unique and positive, and we like to think that what we do have this positive effect on the art field in general. So,
and also the works themselves really vary from perhaps a portrait almost that one can get pulled into and imagine a story about, to ones that are more figurative or conceptual, the different techniques as well. There's quite a variety there.
Yeah, it's true. And also we wanted to have this variety. We wanted to have many, many different perspectives. We wanted this to really create a very rich, I just think of it as like a collage of works that together create some sort of a picture that defines reality today, that defines intimacy today.
And when and where can we see the exhibition?
So the opening is going to be this Thursday, so the 19th at 8 o'clock in the evening. We are located in Auerbach Street in Tel Aviv, and you are really, really welcome to join us and celebrate.
Dar Musafir, curator with Verit Gadash of the exhibition Intimacy at the Space Art Gallery in Tel Aviv, running through March 15th.